2 goals against Bayern Munich, one of them coming from a brilliant break, courtesy of the seasoned midfielder Toni Kroos. The other, a display of composure from the penalty spot. It's hard to believe these feats were achieved by a player just 23 years old like Vinicius Jr. The football prodigy is making waves at the Santiago Bernabeu right now. Not only does he bring hope to Real Madrid, but the Brazilian player also sparks optimism for his national team, Brazil. The team has long desired a talent to succeed their former star Neymar, and Vinicius Jr. seems to fit the bill. So, what has Vinicius Jr. accomplished recently? How did he find his way to Real Madrid? How has he developed since joining the Santiago Bernabeu? Can the Brazilian maintain his current form? The answers to these questions are coming up next. For European football fans, Vinicius Jr. remains a mysterious figure, a phenomenon who is asserting his position at the Santiago Bernabeu. However, back in Brazil, the young player born and raised in São Gonçalo, an urban area of Rio de Janeiro, has been on the radar of football scouts for a long time. From the outset, Vinicius Jr.'s talent with the round ball was evident. This led Flamengo, one of Brazil's foremost youth academies, to acquire him at the tender age of 10. Soon after, Vinicius Jr. made his mark with his exquisite dribbling and infectious enthusiasm on the field. Subsequently, he rapidly ascended through Flamengo's youth ranks. By 2017, especially within a span of 3 months, the Brazilian forward's life completely transformed after his performances in the Copa São Paulo. This tournament holds significant stature in Brazilian football history. From Casemiro to Neymar, Lucas Moura to Gabriel Jesus, all have left their imprint on this prestigious tournament held in the capital city of Rio de Janeiro state. Vinicius Jr. was no exception. Despite being just 16 years old at the time of the tournament, the Brazilian player quickly outshone his opponents, some of whom were 3 years older. A few weeks later, Vinicius Jr. tasted his first glory with the Brazil U17 national team at the South American U17 Championship. In that U17 season, Vinicius Jr. won the Golden Boot, his first prestigious individual award in his career. Following Brazil U17's success, Real Madrid knocked on Flamengo's door to bring this Brazilian talent to the Santiago Bernabeu for a whopping $45 million, an enormous fee for a young talent yet to debut professionally like Vinicius Jr. Apart from the $45 million offer from Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr. achieved another notable milestone. He ranked 3rd in NXGN's list of the most outstanding young talents in 2018. On the day of receiving this prestigious award, Vinicius Jr. shared with us, "Honestly, I never thought I would receive this award. Not even my family did. Nonetheless, I always believed that one day I would receive such an honor." During the interview with NXGN, Vinicius Jr. also remarked on how everything happened so rapidly for him during that time. Specifically, the young talent told NXGN, "Within 3 months, everything changed so quickly. Just recently, I was a substitute player in the youth team. Then, within a few months, I was playing in the Copa São Paulo, followed by the South American Youth Championship. Perhaps that's why I was called up to the first team so early." The transfer fee for Vinicius Jr. to Los Blancos surprised many, especially since Vinicius hadn't yet played for the first team, not even in a single match. However, for those who knew this young talent from his days at Flamengo, it wasn't so surprising. At just 13 years old, Vinicius Jr. was called up to Brazil's U15 team. Immediately, the boy from São Gonçalo scored 6 goals and provided 5 assists in just 6 matches for the national youth team. At the age of 16, he had already won 2 regional titles with the national team. It was no wonder when this young Brazilian talent quickly rose to play for Flamengo's first team. On May 13, 2017, Vinicius Jr. made his first team debut for Flamengo against Atlético Mineiro at the Maracana Stadium. In that match, he had the honor of facing Robinho, his childhood idol. "This is a dream come true for me and my family," he shared with the press at the time. "Everyone dreams of this moment in their life, and now, that dream has become a reality for me at just 16 years old. It truly is a very special moment for me." Back when I was playing in São Gonçalo, someone asked me who my idol was. Immediately, I answered that it was Robinho. However, Neymar and Ronaldinho were the ones who inspired me the most to play football. From the early days, Vinicius Jr. demonstrated that he was a complete player, possessing speed and skill. These qualities helped him bypass defenders with lightning-fast dribbles, typical of Brazilian style. Additionally, Vinicius Jr. showcased exceptional two-footed ability and long-range shooting prowess, notably evident in the first leg of the Champions League semi-final against Bayern Munich this season. Another standout quality of Vinicius Jr. is his excellent tactical awareness, which enabled him to provide numerous outstanding assists for teammates from the outset of his move to Real Madrid. At just 18 years old, Santiago Bernabeu's club had high expectations for the young Brazilian talent, often compared to Neymar upon his arrival at Barcelona. This is why many people dubbed him Little Neymar. However, the Brazilian talent expressed dissatisfaction with this nickname. Specifically, in an interview with the Spanish press, Vinicius Jr. shared, "From the beginning of my career, I have been following Neymar. But to be honest, I don't want to become another Neymar. I want to build my own image while bringing joy to the people of Brazil." After 6 years at Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr. is currently a major talent in both Brazilian football and at Santiago Bernabeu. However, to achieve success like this at the present time, this young talent has also faced many difficulties. In his early seasons at Real Madrid, despite being given many opportunities as a forward, Vinicius's contributions were quite modest. For instance, in the 2019-2020 season, the first season when Real Madrid fans truly became familiar with the Brazilian forward, he only scored 3 goals and provided 1 assist despite playing 29 matches that season. Subsequently, in the 2020-2021 season, he also managed just 3 goals and 3 assists, below par for both him and his club. Moreover, he had to witness city rivals Atletico Madrid clinch the La Liga title that season. However, in the 2021-2022 season, the tide began to turn for Vinicius Jr. Specifically, in that season, his goal tally increased to 17 goals. Alongside that, he provided 10 assists in 33 La Liga matches, surpassing Vinicius Jr. as he and his teammates achieved a double of La Liga and Champions League titles. Titles they secured after defeating Liverpool in the final, held at Stadion Energa Gdansk in Gdansk. While his time at Real Madrid has seen considerable success, there have been moments of tears shed by the Brazilian forward, especially after experiencing severe racial discrimination from opponents. Matters reached a point where Vinicius Jr. halted a press conference during a friendly match between Spain and Brazil to express his frustration with racial discrimination in Spain. However, during that press conference, Vinicius Jr. also affirmed that he has no intention of leaving Spain, stating, "If I leave here, the racists will be the winners. I want to stay here, at the greatest club in the world, so they can continue to see my face every day. I want to continue this fight, as the insults and discriminatory actions against Vinicius are sure to persist as long as this young talent remains at Santiago Bernabeu." Nevertheless, with support from President Florentino Perez and the club, along with many others who have followed Vinicius Jr.'s ascent since his arrival at Real Madrid, the Brazilian forward will undoubtedly be fueled with even more motivation to continue his dual battles, the pursuit of a La Liga and Champions League double this season, alongside the fight against racial discrimination within Spanish football at this moment.